Let's talk about Patrick Beverley and what the Lakers are actually getting with this trade, especially on the defensive end. Screening has become a major part of the game. It's pretty impressive to see how Beverley uses technique to nullify these screens. On this play, there's a double stagger screen from Malik Monk. But look at the footwork as Beverley makes himself small and goes under the first screen, knowing there's a poor passing angle for Howard if he tries to find Monk here. Beverley then uses his hands to bump and shed LeBron's screen like a wide receiver coming off the line. Finally, for good measure, he sprints back to take away Monk's angle while avoiding any contact from Howard. It really doesn't get much better than that, defensively tracking players coming off the screens. This next play appears to be meaningless when you watch it for the first time, but there's a lot going on here when it comes to knowing your personnel. Westbrook gets the pass at the 3-point line. What would most players defending him do in this situation? Knowing his low percentage from deep, they would simply back away and let him shoot the ball. But watch what Beverley does on this freeze. He stays coiled and in his defensive stance and is literally on his toes preparing for the drive, knowing that Westbrook is still one of the best guys in the game when going downhill. Now he is playing off a bit, but being in his stance and on his toes allows him to take away the drive and still fully contest this shot from Westbrook. This is early in the game, and a play like this plants a seed in Westbrook's mind that even with his poor percentage, he's not going to get anything easy on the night, and that could impact his mindset for the rest of the game. And it certainly did, as he finished with 9 turnovers on the night in this particular game. Now, most players who guard their men extremely tight have a tendency to give up easy baskets by way of the backdoor play, and Beverley is no different. Here, he impeccably navigates his way around the Howard screen, but Monk gets him with the fake and receives this pass in a great spot. Now, this triggers help from Jarred Vanderbilt, which will now leave Carmelo wide open. But being the intelligent player that he is, Beverley is fully aware that he's beat, and a pass to the corner is very likely. So instead of continuing to trail Monk, he closes out to Carmelo in the corner. Now, by doing this, he bothers the shooter and does an excellent job of avoiding the foul, even with all his momentum carrying him in that direction. He's not the most likable guy in the NBA, but if you're a student of the game, you gotta love this guy's tenacity and attention to detail on the defensive end. Lastly, with everything he gives you on defense, he can still do this. Overall, I think the acquisition of Patrick Beverley officially solidifies a defensive approach to the upcoming season that I thought Darvin Ham would make. They drafted and also signed some defensive wing players that are capable of switching 1 through 4, and now they get their defensive captain. I would be shocked if this year's team is not top 10 defensively in the NBA.